Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Strix, and this is Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a sandbox game here and show you guys how to play a little bit and enjoy myself while doing so. So, incoming is the opening to the game. If it gets there, it usually loads faster than this. I guess my computer's mad at me.
For 500 years, the Calradian Empire dominated the continent. Its armies scattered foes before them. The strongholds of proud tribes crumbled beneath its engines of war. From the forests of the north to the wastes of the south, all was brought beneath the standard of their legions. Brutal as the conquest was, the wise agreed that it brought peace. The land, now untroubled by armies, grew rich. But empires, like men, grow old. Leaders lose a common cause. Corruption spreads. Old enemies learn the Empire's tricks and devise new ones of their own. Until one day, the bonds holding the Empire snap. Then comes the Civil War, pitting all against all. A time of hatred. A time of suffering. But also, even in the worst hours, a time of courage and defiance. As new leaders arise, from new places and new peoples, to turn back the tides of destruction and bring forth a new world from the ashes of the old.
Alright, so for the most part, this is kind of a medieval story generator, is one of the ways I would put it. Now, if you look up the game online, most people are playing the Battanians. Khuzaits are also fairly often chosen. So, Battanians, that's pretty much your Celts. And people choose them a lot because 50% less movement speed penalty and 15% additional sight range in forest. Like, you can chase people down in forest really easy, is why people really like these guys. Because that's essentially your Mongolians, it comes to mind. You know, your hunters on the steppe. They are really good at horse archers. But I think I'm actually going to go with the Vlandians, which is essentially like medieval Germany, the Normans and such. Recruiting lords to armies is going to be rather costly, but 5% more renown from battles, 15% more income serving as a mercenary, and plus 10% production to bonus to villages bound to castles. Also, knights. I think this will be a fun way to play. In the fall, they have another DLC coming out that's going to have a seventh faction. I'm just going to randomize my appearance here some. It does not randomize it very much. Okay, so eye color green. make him a ginger. Give him some decent looking hair. I mean, he's going to be a knight, so I don't know what's going on with the mustache here. Like, half the time it gives that fuzz, and the other half of the time it looks like proper hair. So, I don't know. But we'll go ahead and say that this will be the character. You were born into a family of a baron's retainers. Will actually jump me pretty quickly towards polearm and horse skill, and that's probably what I'm going to take. But blacksmithing is also useful, so an urban blacksmith would get you a focus point in the blacksmithing and also in two-handed, which isn't going to be terribly useful for me here. So I think I am indeed going to be born to a baron's retainers. As a child, I was noted for my skill with horses, again, knocking that up. But this also gives me an additional attribute point to endurance, again, useful for smithing. That's how I'm going to be making my money. Like all village children, you helped out in the fields. You also worked in the village smithy. I'll go ahead and do that one. Again, I'm not really going to be using two-handed weapons, but it doesn't hurt to get that. The extra point in Vigor is going to help for one-handed and polearm, which I am going to be using. As a youngster growing up in Calradia, war was never too far away. You trained with the cavalry. Again, because that's where I'm wanting to be. I'm wanting to jump straight into being a knight. Let's see, rode with the scouts would also be useful here if you're wanting to be good with a bow, but I don't think my character needs any of the control this time round. So I'm just going to stick as a cavalryman. Now, you can go defeated an enemy in battle. This will give you a focus point on one-handed and two-handed, increase your vigor again, and give you +1 to valor and +20 starting renown. That's not terrible. But knights are also chivalrous. And I think treating people well, it's going to give me a focus point on steward, which allows me to have more troops in my retinue, and also charm, as well as boosting my social. That'll make it easier for me to find a wife because, well, you can get married and have children in this game. And I will be very much playing the long game. This also gives +1 to mercy, generosity, and honor. So, again, knights are chivalrous. So this makes sense to me. And you can choose whatever age you want to be. The older you are, the harder it is for you to have children. See, there you can see the mustache came in properly. So, like, if you're 50 years old, you're likely not going to have kids. But you also get 8 focus points and 4 attribute points to distribute. Versus, as a 20-year-old pup, you get 2 unspent focus points and 1 unspent attribute point. But you have far more time to be able to increase your stats and find yourself family members. So I will go ahead and start at 20. They have some decent selection for your flag, your banners, out of what's there originally. I think I am going to grab the dog. Very loyal looking person. Can choose the background color and the emblem color or sigil color. You can also flip those, which I actually prefer flipping it around because I can get nice light blue background. And of course I have Strix Firebind, so let's just get that fixed in there. And my name here. Now, difficulty presets. It automatically puts you at freebooter, which is the easiest difficulty. And a lot of this I'm going to keep. So I'm just going to leave it for freebooter and then customize it. Player received damage. I'm going to do that to reduce to 50% instead. You can do realistic, but you'll actually be dropped in one shot, especially as a 20-year-old newbie. I would not recommend that, at least not for someone like myself. Going to, for friendly troops receive damage, that's 75%. So I'm just boosting the difficulty up a little bit here. And once I get married and have a child, I will actually enable battle death for all heroes. But for now, I'm going to leave it at the base freebooter difficulty level, which is no heroes can die. It says heroes, but you're talking about noblemen, essentially. So I'll go ahead and hit that start button, and since I'm Vlandian, it starts me over here next to Sargo. Come into your character, and you can go ahead and spend these things. But if you move, you'll gain another level. So then go ahead and go in. You've got 3 focus points and 1 attribute point. Now, every 25 skill points into one of these, you get a perk. And with riding, I started at 30, so I start with a perk. You can do Nimble Steed, which is plus 10% to your maneuvering, plus 30 riding skill to troops in your formation. This is really useful, especially if you're going to be doing like a horse archer or weaving in and out and need that nimbleness. But again, I'm going to be building a knight, so full speed, plus 20% charge damage dealt, and plus 10% charge damage dealt by troops in my formation. So that'll actually be quite useful. I'm going to drop 1 focus there, 1 focus on my one-handed, 1 and that last focus point on steward, and I'm going to increase my intelligence by 1. Because medicine is another one that I want to be able to get high up, especially since I'm going to be turning the difficulty on in such a way as I can die. Knowing how medicine helps you to not die. Now, in your trade menu and inventory, you have your battle outfit. I am not going to mess with my battle outfit at all. It is useful as it is. But you also have your civilian outfit, which is what you'll be wearing as you go into town and everything. And I'm just going to sell the weapon and scarf there. I don't want to be naked because, well, it's also what you're looking at in your character menu is this outfit. And they only have 1 hog and they want quite a bit of money for it, so actually I won't do that method, but I will go ahead and buy a little bit of olives here to make sure I am not starving. If there is an arena in the game, and that is a good way to earn yourself renown and get some starting gear and such. You can also enter the arena and do a conversation here and be able to get into practice fights. I've heard of these games. Blah, 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 blah. Tell me how the practice fights work. So you pay us to fight. How much are the prizes in the practice fights? So can I join? I'd like to participate. So let's go ahead and jump right on in here. Got some guys over here. One of them's got a shield. Now the great thing about this is you can do things like pick up that shield while these two are fighting each other. just beating on him some here. I have actually turned off the crosshair indicator, but if you pay attention, you'll notice that the screen is jerking around a little bit as I'm swiping. That's because to hit from the left, you swing your mouse left as you're hitting. I'm going to grab this polearm. Oh, of course this guy is crossbowing me in the face. There you go. Right, left, down doesn't work with this polearm. Up. It's a not terribly intuitive combat style, but as you're practicing, you eventually get it. Okay, so he wasn't even swinging at me, but he got me. And I'll just go ahead and give my bruises time to heal. Tab will get you back out of there. Now, you can immediately look for troops, recruits at the different settlements. But I'm wanting to see if I can just kind of run around as a knight with a bunch of knights, which of course right now means I am a squire hiring squires. Eventually I'll be a knight. Okay, so Bound Settlement, Talviel Castle. If you're wanting to get, like the squires or your mounted troops, your more elite recruits, you get those at castle-bound settlements. Whereas your city-bound settlements, eek, will wind up giving you your basic recruits. The Vlandian recruits in this case. So there's half of my money, and that gives me a grand total of 5 troops, myself and 4 squires. That's still not terribly much, but if I can find some looters to get a hold of. So, looters, but there's 28 of them. And then I've got forest bandits, large chunks. Moving fast like I was there is not always the greatest idea. Now, the forest bandits are all archers, so I don't want to get into a fight with them at this point, if I can avoid it. But, if I could get a small group, that would be a different matter, but they're not wanting to give me a small group. I'm also keeping an eye out, like you see Prevand here. There's an eyeball here. There will be a golden shield that shows up if there is an arena
harmless
fight.
Travelers.
Which I will point out if I see one. Alright, so they outnumber me, but
Hear me!
I have a better caliber of troop. So let's hope it works out well. Unfortunately, it is a nighttime fight. There are lots of mods for this game. One of the ones I really like is adds torches to some of your men so that during nighttime fights you can actually see. It would be great if I could see myself because I'm actually missing. So let's actually try seeing if I can fix this brightness. I'm not seeing anything there. Okay, so I am not seeing any kind of gamma controls. Not very helpful. There we go. Killed a looter. They have not even hurt any of my men, which is good. If you hold Alt, you can actually pull up and see where troop formations are. Okay, he went down just before I got there. 2 more looters left. 1 more looter left. And he did not have a good day. Alright, so my knights were, or my squires were able to pull that out and win. They all want to be gallants now, but I cannot afford the horses to actually uprank them. I've got another level, which gave me another focus point. Every 4 levels, it gives you an attribute point. Every level, it gives you a focus. I'm going to grab another one in one-handed. I'm going to be needing that before long. I can come over to Pravind real quick and sell off the loot that I just got. I'm not going to be jumping into smithing for a little bit, so I'm not that worried about collecting their gear, and actually their gear was not worth the smelt anyway, in my opinion. Oxhull also doesn't have an arena fight going on, which is what I'm looking for right now. A proper arena fight. Alright, Sea Raiders are the most effective bandits in the game. They're the most powerful, best geared. I would have liked to have fought them. And see here, you can see that golden helmet there. This lets us know that there is an arena fight here. Apparently there are 2 lords with renowned fighting skills in the tournament. And that's a segmented cavalier over male coif. So, a helm. Sounds good to me. And we got a nice big free-for-all start. And they gave me a crossbow. I don't care for crossbows. I'm just going to come over here and help my swordsman and get this shield.
You are dead!
And now time to deal with these crossbowmen. Ow! Frickin' warstock. Nice blocks. Ah! Okay. So maybe my guys can continue on towards victory. No. We're all dead. Pretty sure. Oh wait, the yellow guy is mine, isn't he? So let's see, Volgier. Here he is. Volgier. Either way, he died. But he was in the second to last team to go down, which means I get to move forward. You can watch the fights between the other guys, or you can skip it and save yourself time, which is what I'm going to do. Awesome, they gave me bill hook. I'm pretty decent with those. Stay dead. Ouch. That was a serious hit. Okay, so if you look over the shield, there is a horse emblem with a spear waving up down. That means you can couch your lance. Which would have been great had my own ally not gotten in my way. But, you know, them's the problems with tournaments. Okay, I guess I just get to fight my Vlandian champion buddy, and hopefully win. Because I could use something better than this head wrap I'm wearing. Your shield, just like your weapon attacks, has directionality. He's not going to swing any other way. So just take him out and move on. Yay! So I got myself a new helm. I also got some renown there. I'm up to 9. I could sell that for 1,000. But like I said, I really want the helm. I still have food for my people. But now that I've found one of the cities with a arena fight going on, I should be able to find more. Can I catch this guy alone?
We're not looking for a fight.
Okay. And it's a daytime fight.
Under
How
my
about
orders!
that? We'll be able to see this time. F1 to pull up their orders. F3 to tell them to charge. Yeah, these guys have harpoons. Freaking javelins, rather. Whatever, either way. Very painful throwing weapons. Of course, I'm still wearing robes. I don't have armor. They have armor. They have nice round shields. They have painful axes. Some of them even have skull caps. Much better equipped than other bandits. But this also means they're worth more money. Yeah, and while you're trying to tear me limb from limb, my guys are skewering you. Legendary Golaglash axe. Yeah, some of these words are just really not made for people with the issue of being tongue-tied. Alright, so polearm is up. I am cavalry, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that. But you do have the pikemen and footmen options as well with these. Okay, that's for Ostacan. Turby back here is Turby Castle, so they should have some more squires for me. And now I need more bandits.
Oh. We're
Looky
just
there.
harmless traders.
I don't think so. You
Under
can't
my
lie to
orders!
me.
Give him hell!
Everyone charge. Whoa. Damn it. Okay, that was a throwing axe. Painfully hitting me. Alright, so even that little bitty twig of a tree will stop your horse. Speaking of horse, I'm still riding a pack animal. I need to get more funds quickly. I don't even have the funds to get into the money-making smithing yet. Hey, at least these guys are not having a good time with my troops. There we go, they are all dead. I need to stop missing on my jousting runs there. See, these are going to be fetching me some nice money. Stay away from him because he's going to want me because I'm smaller enough for him to take out. Alright, so these are useless to me. These boots are actually better than what I'm wearing, so change my boots out. Nice, finally getting some money. Let's try to decide if I wanted to keep the axe for smelting or not. Okay, so these are a little cheaper, and they've got at least a few of them. So let's go into inventory, grab the hog. Here you have the slaughter button. So that those hogs I bought for just short of 80 dinars each. The hides are 61 apiece. The meat is 47 apiece. So you can actually turn the animals at these shops into more money. Useful cheap trick. Okay, so I am actually injured at this time, but I guess not too bad. I might be able to win a one-on-one fight. So I'm waiting until nightfall to ambush this hideout, which will get rid of the amount of bandits around here. Hopefully I am able to get through this with how little men and how injured I am. So run on down here and tell my men to charge. With any luck, I'll actually get one of these round shields this time. I like to pick on the sea pirates, sea bandits, because they actually have the best gear early game. Yeah. Anything I can do to increase my own gear, I'm going to. I can just grab one of these up during the fights, though. Much better shield than what I have. Come on, you pack of loyal dogs. Let's get them. Alright, so we're actually tearing through this pretty well. They're going to want to go around over there. I already see them doing that. I want to go this way, though. So F1, F2, everybody on me. F1, F3, all charge. Gotta be careful of their axes. Axes are really good at bringing down shields. Swords, not so much. Swords will wear them down over time. But down here at the bottom right, you're able to see my health, and right above that, the yellow bar, that is my shields.
Dog!
Yeah, it looks like a couple of my guys decided to go over here. and fight on their own. These are squires. They are mounted troops. They're not exactly well versed in one-on-one ground combat, as you can tell. I'm not bad at it. And here you go. At the end of these hideouts, you get a choice. You can have your troops fight his troops.
You cut quite a
or you
swath
can just
through
go
my-
ahead and duel him and take him out. Now, these Sea Raiders, you notice that the chieftain here, he has a big two-handed axe on his back. If he had pulled that, he could have brought my shield down really quick and easy. Fortunately,
We won!
he wasn't that smart. So now I have a bunch of prisoners. I already had one Sea Raider. Now I've got the chief and a bunch more of his boys. So I will go and turn them. Oh, now here we go. I get a nice suit of Huskarl armor now. I'll just grab the rest of that crap too. So let's go back to Ostrakan. Hopefully not getting waylaid by raiders on the way. Go to the Tavern District. Ransom prisoners. You could also, there was another option, choose which ones to ransom. If you happen to have noble prisoners, that's a good thing to do. Reinforced thick tunic. Not seeing anything here that I really need. And their spears are crap. But hey, they at least had some fish. And I don't do shield bashing, so I'll do wrapped handles. Plus 20% handling to one-handed weapons. Plus 30 one-handed skill to infantry troops in your formation. So they just get better. So going back to Steward, gonna grab another focus point there. So you'll notice as I grab the focus points, it increases my learning rate. That's a function of focus plus attribute. And then with stewardship, the easiest way to raise that quickly is to get this morale bonus for food variety. The more you're getting that, the happier your people are. The faster your stuff raises.
Stop there, you dog. Show us what you've got.
Okay, so they're attacking me because they think they've got the upper hand. You can try to bribe them. You could send troops, try to get away, but of course I'm going to attack them.
Hear me!
I think I've got a good chance.
After me!
Have my few squires on me.
Attack!
And now let's take them out. And they're getting all strung out and pulled apart, trying to chase different riders in different directions. It's not working out so well for them. So yeah, they picked a fight that they should not have picked. Who'd have thunk it? Bandits aren't too smart. Now, when you're on horseback, it's best to completely ignore the ones that see you coming, because it's pretty easy for them to block your melee attacks. Or do that. Ooh, ow. They hurt my horse. which is the bottom health bar there, and they hurt me. And because he was trying to block one of my other riders, he did not see me coming, and I got him right under the armpit. A spear is a great weapon. Oh, I missed. My squire did not. So yeah, they attacked, they all lost. Bad choices all the way around. Okay, so that's a cracked round shield. That's not even as good as what I have. Ah, I am now over encumbered. So this makes me travel slower. Kind of looking for another arena fight. I'll take a bunch of looters. Looters are the bottom of the totem pole for banditry.
Kill them all!
They have no chance. It's just a bunch of peasants throwing rocks. How are they supposed to do anything against a squad of squires? See, they couldn't even stop me, and I just doubled right back around on top of them. Now, that being said, if I were on foot, they could actually be quite dangerous. You know, a mob of peasants is a dangerous thing, all armed with pitchforks and clubs. And I just gained another level. Come on, die. Ha ha ha, got it. Riding is now at 41, polearm at 31. And all the looters are gone. And I am still over encumbered, of course. I need a better horse. Alright. So, level 4 now, so I've got another attribute point. Think I will go pausing up. Okay, so I went for the intelligence here. Again, wanting to increase these as much as I can. Medicine is getting increased all the time as I take damage, as my people take damage, and as I heal on the road. That being said, you don't heal so well on the road. Oxhall has no arena fight. Let's come check Prevind. Also doesn't, but we need to drop stuff off, including prisoners. Looters aren't worth much, but it is what it is. I'll go ahead and sell those. So yeah, I'm still over encumbered. But that's fine. Sell all that. I could get myself a Vlandian courser. And now I've got the Sumpter horse, which is my original horse, back here as a pack animal, which means I am nowhere near over encumbered now. So that should work. Still can't upgrade my squires to gallants until I have more war horses. And I'm not really worried about that at this time as much as I am getting closer to my unit cap. So let's check out Drapend over here. So you got 1, 2, and 3 down here for speed, by the way. 1 is pause, 2 is play, 3 is fast forward. That's how I keep bouncing around my speed so much. When you're first starting out, it is definitely best to travel at the slow pace most of the time, so you can make sure you're not running into trouble. I'm recording a video as part of the reason why I'm going fast. The other part is I'm pretty much always hauling ass in this game anyway, which has certainly gotten me into some trouble. Okay, I need 1 more squire, so let's go to Furton. And there we go. Alright, so mountain bandits. They are just above looters in their equipment. They have like
Under my command!
crappy shields
Charge!
that can be busted through very quickly. And now I've actually got myself a decent little cavalry.
Die, you bastard!
As I get better with my pole arm, I will actually miss a lot less of these strikes. A lot of this I miss because I'm slow with that pole arm because of my lack of skill. Of course, now I'm starting to time it better. Oh, I ran right past the last one alive. There we go. Dead brigand. The hillman taken as prisoner. More food. I'll always take more food. You know the old saying, an army marches on its stomach. Well, you are a commander of men in this game. Do not let your men go hungry. They don't want to fight for you when they do that. Okay, so a lot of looters over here.
Oh, I got no quarrel with.
Of course, they won't stick together and fight together and make it more fun.
Hear me!
It is what it is.
Follow me!
Okay, they are a ways off. And in a forest. This is like the last place a mounted unit wants to be fighting. Forest and a town. You know, you guys are supposed to be with me, not way behind me. Go get 'em.
Attack!
I guess my Vlandian is just that much faster than their horses. It is what it is. I'm gonna ride around this side. Look, I gave you guys plenty of chances to be able to hit me. If you didn't, that's your problem. Little kid with his pitchfork. It's getting annoying. Aha. I win. I don't need any peasants. Sorry. Ooh, another sumpter horse. More cargo capacity. Now, well-strapped is really useful if you're going to be a governor. It's not too bad for your main character either, but I like veterinary plus 20 hit points to your mount, plus 10% hit points to mounts of troops in your party, and then of course that's personal and party leader versus personal and governor. You can't govern a settlement with your main character, so governor perks are kind of useless for him. Jacolan has an arena fight going on. Sounds good to me. And after I finish that, I think that'll be the end of this first episode. And I'm going to, in between episodes, do a bit more work on the same thing, I think. I don't know, let me look at this. Yeah. So I am currently clan tier 0. Like, nobody knows who the Firemind clan are. Once I get to clan tier 1, they'll know a bit more about who I am, and I'll start my next episode right around that point. Another helm, I'll be able to sell this one, because I do believe mine that I already won is better. I'm still a little injured coming into these fights. Something to keep in mind if you've been out hunting bandits. You might already be hurt. Okay, you actually hit hard on 3. Alright, I get my billhook again. You really should have done something other than just stand there looking at me. Ow! Okay, where's my crossbowman? Please kill their crossbowman. Okay. Yeah, you blocked wrong, dude. Okay, that's it. Get back here. Okay, so the momentum swings there. That's... You happen to hit the button at the exact right time to continue the momentum from one strike into the next. I would like to say I do that on purpose all the time, but honestly, I'm only that good with pole arms and two-handed weapons. I know the timing on that. Yeah, if you're going to keep riding away from me, I will just cut your horse down. I want to kill you, not your horse, but if you're going to make me have to, I will. Okay, that's fine. Don't do that. I win. So now it's me versus Unthree for the victory here. You'll notice you do heal up all of the damage that is done to you in the tournament. It does not heal any of the damage done to you beforehand. So there we go, and this is going to be a nice little chunk of money here, I'm sure. It's just as good as my helmet and worth $1,000, so yeah. Keep an eye on these boots and stuff. Never know when I'll actually come across something I can use. So yeah, this is working out really well towards helping me boost my stewardship, which of course is giving me more troops I can command. I like taking the well-built, but either one of these are useful. It depends on whether you want more HP or more speed. I'm already pretty speedy. I want more HP. And go ahead and take a focus point into athletics because I didn't realize I had none there. And yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you want to see more of what I'm getting up to in the future, there's always that subscribe button. Until next time, have a good one.